My name is Diana Castro and you're watching Leaders with a Mission. And today I have an amazing person near me, someone that I love very much. Her name is Bea Pila. Let me tell you about her. She's a mother, wife, interior designer, author, and the pioneer of the Design Enlightenment movement. She's a spiritual healer disguised as an interior designer. She's a soulful, mindful, and passionate influencer. Her latest book, Sacred Spaces for Inspired Living, is a 7-step journey to create a place that heals and inspires you daily. Thank you for being here, Bea.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure.
So, tell me a little bit about that Sacred Spaces book.
Wow, Sacred Spaces was inspired by my mission to align the spiritual healing part with the interior design part. I think I'd been denying it for so long, and practicing interior design for over 30 years, it was something that was very natural, but I realized that it needed to be documented into a process to help more than just the people that I was one-on-one with.
That is beautiful. I love it because I feel that by doing that, you entered into what you're supposed to be doing with the role of leadership. So this show is about leadership. So let me ask you something. What is your personal definition of leadership?
Well, leadership to me was something that I really didn't even recognize in myself, although I knew that I had the ability for others to feel inspired when I spoke or when I created for them. And I knew that there was something there that was more than just the technical knowledge that I had as an interior designer. So I naturally stepped into a leadership role. And then I discovered that word, thought leader, and it intrigued me. And I said, what is a thought leader? My book is Thought Leadership. This is the role that I need to play. And I love the definition that a leader isn't someone that creates a lot of followers.
I love that.
A leader is someone that creates a lot of leaders. And that inspires me in my role to be that.
What inspired you? And I think you kind of answered it to me. Like, what inspired you to leap into becoming a leader? Like, what was that trigger that you said, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to step out of comfort and I'm going to make a leap of faith? Because it takes a leap of faith to jump into.
You bet it does. I keep saying to myself and to others that I'm coming out of the closet. I felt for a while that what I was speaking to wasn't being heard. I felt that interior design was so much more than from the outside in, and that the world around us was interpreting interior design as something that was completely superficial and from the outside in, and I was reading it completely the opposite. For me, it was from the inside out. And that transformation process that people feel when they walk into a space that's designed, whether it's a commercial space or a residential space, whatever space it is, when you walk into a space, you feel it. And that transformative feeling is what I was speaking to. And everybody was dealing with it from a style perspective.
Tell me a little bit about that, because I think that some people might not understand coming from the inside than coming from the outside.
Exactly. Style is what we're talking about today. Everybody talks about what style is this? In fact, that was the biggest question that drove me crazy. Everybody would ask me, what style? What is your style, Bea? And I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean, what is my style? It's not about my style, it's about your style. What is your style? In fact, no. It's not even about a style in itself. It's what is your lifestyle? How do you like to live? And that is what I wanted to answer to. So when I told people that I was like the anti-interior designer, they were very confused. They're like, what do you mean? Like, it's not about me, it's about you.
I have a question that is just coming to my mind. When you say you're a healer disguised as an interior designer, what do you mean by that?
I have a very deep-rooted feeling, a heartfelt feeling when I create. I feel very connected to God. And, you know, a lot of people don't speak about interior design as a spiritual practice. And I wanted to change that because I believe that what I do is in touch and connected to spirit. In fact, the word, you can't even begin a project without feeling inspired, right? Mm-hmm. And the core of the word, inspiration, is to feel in spirit.
Wow. I got goosebumps. That was beautiful.
You can't do it without it. Mm-hmm. So I have to start from that place of being in spirit so that I can offer my gifts, so that I can serve to the greatest potential of who I am. And when I do that with pure alignment in my soul and in my heart, that's when I do my best work.
It's funny because that reminds me of when we started working for your video. And that for me was imperative that we would not start anything without me understanding what was the soul of the business, what was the brand about. Because without that, without knowing it, it's impossible to create with intention. It's just doing something.
Well, you captured me. In fact, you came into my life at the perfect time because you actually came in, read what I was about, found that heartfelt purpose within me and captured it on video. And you have no idea how that has changed. Everyone that opens my website and sees the video tells me, I cried, I had tears, I felt it, and I'm like, yes, they get me.
I love to hear that. There's nothing more rewarding for a creator than to know that the work that you did created a life inside of someone, created an emotion, created something, and it's kind of addicting.
It is. Well, thank God for that. And thank God for you, because honestly, you really,
thank you,
you and your team capture that essence in a person, and that is what also has to translate to be a leader. You know, we can't speak to the world, and video allows that to happen. You know, it allows it to be spread to a bigger audience, and that's what you're doing every day. So God bless you.
Thank you. Is there a book or a training that inspires you in your leadership?
Well, I've been on a mission for the last, I would say, 5 years to grow in my capacity as an entrepreneur and as an influencer and as a thought leader, because I was opened up into this world by people that create seminars like Michelle Villalobos and Marie Forleo and all of these amazing leaders. But I have to say, when I started diving into leadership itself, I really looked to Simon Sinek. You know, Leaders Eat Last really inspired me.
That book is awesome.
Because it really hit home. I was like, oh my God, this isn't, again, it isn't about me from the standpoint of ego. It's about me from the standpoint of what can I give.
Yes.
And that's when I had a shift in the way that I run my office. I had a shift in the way that I perceive the people that help me do what I do. I recognized that I needed to be the parent. And as a parent, we need to love unconditionally, right? They really don't do anything wrong. If something is not right, at the end of the day, it's because of me, not because of them. And once I started seeing it from that perspective, I started recognizing that no matter what happens in my organization, at the end of the day, it reflects me. And that I had to grow in my capacity as a parent, therefore as a leader.
I love it. How would you define your mission? What kind of impact would you like to create in the world?
Oh, wow. I really am inspired to have the Design Enlightenment movement, which is that awakening that I see happening in all of us today. I think all of us are awakening to our spiritual selves, to our higher selves, and I want, through my practice, which happens to be interior design, to inspire others to live to their highest potential, to walk into their homes and their offices and feel inspired every day. If I can do that, then I know that the ripple effect within my practice will grow and grow and grow. And I want everyone else that is a thought leader to do the same.
That is so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for being here, for trusting in us, and for working with us, and for believing in this crazy project that we're bringing to life. Thank you.
There's nothing crazy about it, Diana. You know you've stepped into where you need to be.
Yes, which is the crazy part.
Well, then I'm crazy with you.
Yes. Crazy is good. Crazy is good.
Thank you for the invitation.
If you felt inspired by Bipila, I invite you to visit her at bipiladesign.com and join the Design Enlightenment movement. And if you are a leader, maybe an influencer, or a business trying to position yourself as a leader in your industry, I invite you to join us at forproductions.com, where if you sign up, you'll receive weekly updates on how to position your brand on top of your competitors. Until next time, this is Diana Castro with Leaders with a Mission.